Konbanwa, good evening to you, wherever you may be. I am Dr. Kenji Tanaka. There is a particular quality to the night. Is there not a time intended for stillness, for the body and spirit to replenish? Yet, for so many, as the seasons of life advance, the embrace of night can become less of a comfort and more of a quiet struggle. The hours stretch long, the mind races, and the dawn arrives not with refreshment, but with the lingering weariness of a rest unobtained. If this resonates with you, please know you are far from alone in this silent nocturnal vigil. Many of my patients, individuals who have navigated life with grace and strength, confide in me their frustrations with sleep. Doctor, they might say, I simply cannot find that deep, restorative slumber I once knew. Is this just the way of aging? It is a question heavy with resignation. But what if I were to suggest that while our sleep patterns may naturally evolve with time, chronic sleeplessness, that persistent thief of peace, is not an inevitable sentence? What if the path to tranquil nights and energized mornings lies not in complex medications, but in rediscovering a more harmonious alignment with our own nature and with the gentle rhythms of the world around us today? I wish to share with you not a magic potion, but rather a collection of time-honored wisdom and simple, practical approaches, golden keys, if you will, that can help unlock the door to restful sleep. And before we embark on this gentle exploration together, if the promise of peaceful nights and a more vibrant life holds meaning for you, perhaps you might extend a small gesture of support, a simple click to like this video. And if you wish to continue receiving these insights into health and well-being, a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your connection is a valued encouragement on this shared path. I am also most curious to learn from your experiences. Is restful sleep a challenge you are currently navigating? What are some of the thoughts or concerns that occupy your mind? When you find yourself awake in the quiet hours, your sharings in the comments below not only foster a sense of community, but also illuminate the diverse ways this experience touches our lives. It is true that as we age, our relationship with sleep can undergo certain transformations. The body's internal clock, our circadian rhythm, may subtly shift, sometimes leading to an earlier desire to sleep and an earlier awakening. The production of melatonin, that crucial hormone which signals our brain that it is time for rest, can also naturally decline. And the very structure of our sleep itself may change. We might spend less time in the deep, slow-wave stages of sleep, which are so crucial for physical restoration, and more time in lighter stages, making us more prone to awakenings. These are not pathologies, but rather natural evolutions of our physiology. However, these intrinsic changes do not, in themselves, equate to chronic, debilitating insomnia. Often, other factors, like unaddressed thieves of sleep, are at play, exacerbating these natural tendencies. One of the most common is the pervasive anxiety about sleep itself. The moment your head touches the pillow, does a wave of worry wash over you? Will I be able to sleep tonight? What if I toss and turn for hours again? This very fear, this anticipatory anxiety, can ironically become one of the greatest barriers to achieving the rest you seek. It creates a cycle of tension that directly counteracts the relaxation necessary for sleep to descend. Furthermore, many common beliefs about sleep and aging can inadvertently add to this pressure. The notion that older adults need significantly less sleep is a simplification that can lead to an acceptance of poor sleep quality. While total sleep duration might decrease slightly for some, the need for restorative quality sleep remains paramount for physical repair, cognitive function, and emotional balance throughout our lives. And the idea that sleep medications are the only or primary solution for age-related sleep disturbances often overlooks the potential for side effects, dependency, and the fact that they may not address the root causes of the sleeplessness. We must look deeper, with more gentle and holistic eyes. My promise to you in our time together today is this: we will explore some of the most common, yet often unacknowledged, culprits that can steal your precious sleep. And more importantly, we will uncover a range of natural, gentle solutions, changes in lifestyle, mindful practices, and simple environmental adjustments that can help you to cultivate a more peaceful relationship with the night. Our aim is not to force sleep through artificial means, but to create the optimal conditions, both internally and externally, for sleep to arrive naturally as a welcome and restorative friend. And the very foundation upon which all restful sleep is built, my friends, is a state of profound mental and physical relaxation. Before we can even begin to speak of specific remedies or techniques, we must first acknowledge that a mind filled with the day's anxieties, or a body tense with unrelieved stress, will find it exceedingly difficult to surrender to the gentle embrace of slumber. For sleep, much like a shy forest creature, is most likely to emerge when the landscape of our inner world is calm, quiet, and inviting. Therefore, our initial explorations will focus on how to cultivate this essential state of tranquility, preparing the sacred space within for the gift of deep rest, to effectively invite restful sleep back into our lives. We must first become acquainted with those common, yet often subtle, thieves of sleep that may be disturbing our nocturnal peace, particularly as we navigate our later years. Understanding these underlying causes is the first crucial step towards finding gentle and effective solutions. As I mentioned, certain biological shifts are a natural part of the aging tapestry. The pineal gland in our brain, which produces melatonin, that key hormone regulating our sleep-wake cycles, may indeed become less prolific with time. This can make it a little more challenging to feel that natural urge to sleep, or to maintain sleep throughout the night. Our internal circadian rhythm, the body's own master clock, can also shift, often leading to a tendency to feel sleepy earlier in the evening and to awaken earlier in the morning. Furthermore, the very structure of our sleep can change. We might spend less time in the deep, slow-wave stages of sleep, which are so crucial for physical restoration. and more time in lighter stages, making us more prone to awakenings. These are not pathologies, but rather natural evolutions of our physiology. However, these intrinsic changes are often compounded by other factors, underlying health conditions. For instance, can significantly disrupt our ability to rest. Chronic pain, whether from arthritis, neuropathy, or other ailments, is a notorious sleep thief. How can one expect the body to surrender to slumber when it is constantly sending out signals of discomfort, respiratory issues, such as sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts, or even chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, can lead to fragmented, unrefreshing sleep. Cardiovascular conditions, diabetes, and even certain thyroid imbalances can also play a disruptive role. And let us not forget the simple, yet frequent interruption of needing to visit the washroom multiple times during the night, a common concern known as nocturia, which can be linked to various age-related changes or underlying conditions. Then, there is the matter of medications. While many medications are, of course, vital for managing chronic illnesses and improving quality of life, some can, as an unintended consequence, interfere with normal sleep patterns. Certain blood pressure medications, antidepressants, corticosteroids, and even some over-the-counter remedies can have stimulating effects or otherwise disrupt sleep architecture. It is not always the primary medication itself, but sometimes the timing of its administration or its interaction with other substances. This is why open communication with your trusted physician is so very important. They can help to assess if any of your current medications might be contributing to your sleep difficulties and explore potential adjustments or alternatives if appropriate. Never alter your prescribed medication regimen without consulting your doctor. Beyond the physical, our psychological and emotional state plays an immensely powerful role in our ability to achieve restful sleep. Persistent worry, anxiety, whether about health, family, finances, or the state of the world, can keep the mind in a state of high alert, making it nearly impossible to drift off. It is as if the volume of our internal thoughts is turned up too high, drowning out the gentle call of sleep. Depression, too, is often linked with significant sleep disturbances, sometimes causing insomnia, other times excessive sleepiness. Feelings of loneliness or social isolation, which can sometimes become more pronounced in later life, can also contribute to a restless mind at night. As we touched upon earlier, the very fear of not being able to sleep can itself become a self-fulfilling prophecy, creating a vicious cycle of anxiety and sleeplessness. Our minds, my friends, can be either our greatest ally or our most formidable obstacle when it comes to finding peace at night. Finally, we must consider our daily habits and the environment in which we attempt to sleep. These are often the most readily modifiable factors, yet frequently overlooked. The pervasive use of electronic devices, televisions, computers, smartphones, tablets, in the hours leading up to bedtime is a significant modern-day sleep thief. The blue light emitted from these screens can suppress melatonin production, effectively telling your brain it is still daytime. Consuming stimulants like caffeine from coffee or certain teas or even the hidden caffeine in some sodas or chocolate. Too late in the day can keep your nervous system activated long into the night. A heavy meal, or one rich in spicy or difficult to digest foods, consumed too close to bedtime can lead to discomfort and indigestion that interferes with sleep. Your sleep sanctuary itself, the bedroom, might also be inadvertently working against you. A room that is too bright, too noisy, too warm, or too cold, or a bed that is simply uncomfortable can all make it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. And surprisingly to some, a lack of sufficient physical activity during the day can also contribute to poor sleep at night. A body that has not been gently challenged will often find it harder to unwind and rest. So, you see, the reasons for a restless night can be multifaceted, a complex interplay of physiological changes, health conditions, emotional states, and lifestyle choices. But do not feel disheartened by this complexity. For in understanding these potential thieves of sleep, we also begin to illuminate the path towards reclaiming our nights. Now that we have identified these common culprits, how then do we gently, yet effectively, evict them from our lives and create the conditions for profound, restorative slumber to once again grace our nights? The solutions, often simpler than you might imagine, await our exploration. Having acknowledged the common disturbers of our nocturnal peace, let us now turn our attention to crafting an environment and a series of gentle practices that actively invite and nurture restful sleep. We shall begin by transforming your bedroom into a true sanctuary of slumber, a haven dedicated to tranquility and restoration. The first, and perhaps most crucial, element in optimizing your sleep environment is darkness. Our bodies are exquisitely attuned to the natural cycles of light and dark. Darkness signals the pineal gland to produce melatonin, that essential hormone which orchestrates our sleep. Therefore, strive to make your bedroom as dark as possible. Invest in good quality, light-blocking curtains or blinds. Eliminate or cover even small sources of light, such as the glowing displays from alarm clocks or other electronic devices. If complete darkness is difficult to achieve, a comfortable sleep mask can be a simple yet effective ally. Remember, darkness is the gentle handmaiden that ushers melatonin, and thus sleep, into your presence. Next, consider the soundscape of your sanctuary. Quietness is paramount for most individuals to achieve deep, uninterrupted sleep. Do what you can to minimize disruptive noises from outside or within your home. If absolute silence is elusive, or if you find a completely silent room unsettling, consider the use of earplugs or a white noise machine. The gentle, consistent hum of a fan, or a device that produces soothing sounds, like rainfall or ocean waves, can help to mask more jarring noises and create a calming auditory backdrop for your rest. The temperature of your bedroom also plays a significant role. While personal preferences vary, most people sleep best in a room that is comfortably cool rather than too warm. A slight drop in body temperature is actually a natural signal for sleep. Experiment to find the temperature that feels most conducive to your own restful slumber, Ensure your bedding is appropriate for the season, allowing your body to maintain a comfortable thermal equilibrium throughout the night. And, of course, your bed itself must be an oasis of comfort. A mattress that is too old, too hard, or too soft can lead to discomfort and restlessness. Pillows should provide adequate support for your head and neck, aligning your spine naturally. Invest in comfortable, breathable bedding materials. Your bed should be a place you associate with peace, relaxation, and restorative sleep, not with tossing, turning, and frustration. Consider your bed not merely as furniture, but as the sacred vessel that cradles you through your nightly journey of renewal. As a gentle reminder, endeavor to reserve your bed primarily for sleep and intimacy, rather than for activities like working, eating, or watching television to strengthen that mental association. Now, let us speak of the importance of establishing a consistent and calming, sleep-inviting ritual in the hour or so before you intend to retire. Our bodies, much like well-tended gardens, thrive on rhythm and predictability. Going to bed and waking up at approximately the same time each day, even on weekends, helps to regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Think of it as setting a gentle, reliable rhythm for your body's own orchestra of sleep and wakefulness. In that precious hour before sleep, consciously begin to wind down. This is the time to dim the lights in your home, signaling to your brain that the day is drawing to a close. Crucially, disconnect from electronic devices. The blue light emitted from smartphones, tablets, computers, and televisions actively suppresses melatonin production, tricking your brain into thinking it is still daytime. Instead, engage in calming, screen-free activities. Perhaps read a chapter from a physical book, one that soothes rather than stimulates the mind. Listen to gentle, calming music or a guided meditation. Engage in some light, restorative stretching or gentle yoga. Some find solace in writing in a journal, perhaps noting down a few things they are grateful for from the day. A practice that can quiet an anxious mind, a warm bath or shower before bed, can also be wonderfully conducive to sleep. The warmth helps to relax tired muscles, and the subsequent slight drop in body temperature as you cool down can help to trigger the onset of sleepiness. You might consider adding a few drops of calming essential oils, such as lavender or chamomile, to your bath water for an enhanced soothing effect. And as much as possible, try to avoid engaging in stimulating conversations, stressful tasks, or watching emotionally charged content in the period immediately preceding sleep. Your mind needs a gentle transition from the activities of the day to the quietude of the night. Consider also your evening nourishment. Avoid heavy, large meals, or those rich and spicy or fatty foods too close to bedtime, as these can lead to indigestion or discomfort that can keep you awake. If you feel the need for a light snack, choose something easily digestible, perhaps a small banana or a few almonds. A warm, caffeine-free herbal tea such as chamomile, valerian root with caution and doctor's advice, or perhaps a traditional Japanese mugwort yomogi tea, can be a comforting and sleep-promoting beverage. However, be mindful not to consume too much liquid right before bed to minimize the need for nighttime awakenings to visit the washroom. And let us not forget the profound impact of your daytime activity on nighttime rest. Regular, moderate physical activity during the day, a brisk walk, some gentle gardening, Tai Chi can significantly improve both the quality and duration of your sleep. It helps to expend energy, reduce stress, and regulate your circadian rhythm. However, try to avoid very strenuous exercise too close to your bedtime, as this can sometimes be overly stimulating. Finally, ensure you are getting adequate exposure to natural daylight, particularly in the morning. Stepping outside for even 15 to 20 minutes after waking can help to firmly set your internal clock, signaling to your body that it is daytime and promoting alertness, which in turn helps to regulate your sleep-wake cycle for the evening ahead. Let the morning sun be your natural alarm clock, and the gentle rituals of the evening your lullaby. By consciously crafting this sanctuary and these soothing rituals, you are creating the most fertile ground for restful sleep to naturally take root and flourish. Beyond creating an optimal sleep environment and establishing calming pre-sleep rituals, Mother Nature herself, along with the profound capabilities of our own minds, offers a pharmacopoeia of gentle yet effective remedies to further encourage restful slumber. These are not potent drugs, but rather subtle allies, working in harmony with your body's innate wisdom to coax it towards tranquility. Let us first consider some herbal preparations that have been cherished for centuries across many cultures, including my own in Japan. For their calming and sleep-promoting properties, chamomile tea, for instance, with its delicate apple-like fragrance, is widely recognized for its gentle sedative effects, helping to soothe an anxious mind and relax the body. A warm cup, an hour or so before bed, can be a wonderfully comforting ritual. Another traditional aid, perhaps less known in some parts of the world, but valued in others, is tea made from the heart of the lotus seed, known as Sen. It is believed to have a calming effect on the spirit. Similarly, jujube fruit, or red date, often prepared as a tea or a gentle decoction, has a long history of use in traditional Asian medicine. For its ability to calm the mind and promote sleep, it is important, however, with any herbal preparation, especially if you are taking other medications or have underlying health conditions, to first consult with your trusted physician or a knowledgeable herbalist to ensure its suitability for you. The realm of aromatherapy also offers potent yet gentle assistance. Certain scents have a remarkable ability to directly influence our nervous system, promoting relaxation and reducing stress. Lavender essential oil is perhaps the most well-known in this regard. A few drops diffused in your bedroom or lightly spritzed onto your pillowcase. Ensure it is pure, high-quality oil and diluted appropriately if applying near fabric that touches skin, can create an atmosphere of profound calm. Roman chamomile essential oil shares similar soothing properties, The subtle inhalation of these natural fragrances can be a powerful signal to your mind and body that it is time to unwind and prepare for rest. Think of these scents as a gentle, fragrant lullaby for your senses. Now, let us turn inwards to the remarkable power of our own minds and breath to cultivate deep relaxation. One of the simplest, yet most profound, techniques is mindful breathing. Find a comfortable position, perhaps sitting or lying down. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring your awareness to your breath without trying to change it initially. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your inhales and exhales. Then, you might try a simple calming pattern. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Gently hold the breath for a count of 4 if comfortable, and then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth or nose for a count of 6 or even 8. Repeat this cycle for several minutes. This rhythmic breathing helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and digest mode, counteracting the fight or flight response that so often keeps us awake. Another effective technique is progressive muscle relaxation. This involves systematically tensing and then releasing different muscle groups throughout your body. Starting with your toes, gently tense the muscles for a few seconds. Then consciously release all the tension. Move up to your calves, your thighs, your abdomen, your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, and even the muscles of your face. With each release, allow yourself to sink deeper into a state of relaxation. This practice helps you to become more aware of where you are holding tension and consciously let it go, preparing your body for complete rest. Guided imagery or positive visualization can also be a wonderful way to quiet a racing mind. Allow yourself to be transported in your imagination to a place of profound peace and beauty, perhaps a tranquil Japanese garden, a serene beach at sunset, or a quiet forest glade. Engage all your senses in this imagined scene. What do you see, hear, smell, feel? The more vivid your visualization, the more deeply your mind will relax, disengaging from the worries of the day. Let your mind become a gentle stream, flowing towards a calm and peaceful inner landscape. But what of those nights when, despite our best efforts, unwanted thoughts and worries persist, like uninvited guests at a quiet gathering? A simple yet effective technique is to write out your worries. Keep a notepad and pen by your bedside. If your mind is racing, take a few moments to jot down whatever thoughts, concerns, or tasks are occupying your attention. The act of transferring them from your mind to paper can often create a sense of release, as if you are temporarily setting them aside until the morning. Think of it as gently emptying your mental in tray before you close your eyes. And finally, if you find yourself lying in bed, unable to sleep, for more than, say, 20 to 30 minutes, it is often more beneficial to get out of bed for a short while. Lying there, tossing and turning, and becoming increasingly frustrated only strengthens the association between your bed and wakefulness. Instead, go to another room, keep the lights dim, and engage in a quiet, relaxing activity. Perhaps read a few pages of a calming book again, a physical book, not a screen. Listen to soft music, or practice some gentle breathing exercises. When you begin to feel sleepy again, then return to bed. The key is to break the cycle of frustration and to reassociate your bed with sleep and relaxation, not with a struggle. Perhaps the most profound remedy of all, my friends, is the cultivation of acceptance and gentle self-compassion. There will inevitably be nights when sleep is more elusive. Instead of battling it, try to adopt an attitude of gentle acceptance. Remind yourself that one poor night's sleep will not undo you. The more you can release the anxiety about not sleeping, the more likely sleep is to eventually arrive. Be kind to yourself. The night, like life, has its own rhythms. Sometimes, all we can do is to rest in the quiet darkness, trusting that the dawn, and with it, renewed energy, will come. The journey to reclaim peaceful, restorative sleep, my friends, is not always a swift or linear one. It is a path of gentle persistence, of cultivating new habits, and of patiently reestablishing a harmonious relationship with the night. The solutions we have explored, from crafting a tranquil sleep sanctuary and embracing calming pre-sleep rituals, to utilizing nature's herbal allies and the profound power of your own mind and breath. These are all valuable tools. But the true alchemy occurs when these practices are woven into the fabric of your life, with consistency and gentle dedication. Do not expect miracles overnight. Some nights will undoubtedly be better than others. Think of it as tending a delicate garden with consistent watering, weeding, and nurturing. The blossoms of restful sleep will, in time, emerge in their full beauty. There may also be occasions when, despite your best efforts with these natural approaches, persistent insomnia continues to significantly impact your quality of life, your daytime energy, and your overall well-being. In such instances, it is important and wise to seek professional guidance. Do not hesitate to consult with your trusted physician or a sleep specialist. They can help to identify if there might be any underlying medical conditions contributing to your sleep difficulties that require specific treatment. Sometimes, a sleep study may be recommended to gain deeper insights into your sleep patterns, and in certain situations, under careful medical supervision, short-term use of medication might be considered as part of a broader, comprehensive plan. Remember, seeking professional help is not a sign of failure, but an act of proactive self-care and wisdom. The rewards of achieving consistent, restful sleep are truly immeasurable, extending far beyond simply feeling less tired. When you sleep well, your body undertakes vital processes of repair and regeneration. Your immune system is strengthened, your memory is consolidated, and your cognitive functions are sharpened. Your mood is often brighter, your emotional resilience enhanced. You have more energy and enthusiasm to engage with your day, to pursue your interests, and to connect with loved ones. Good quality sleep is not merely an absence of wakefulness, it is a profound state of active healing and rejuvenation, a cornerstone of a vibrant and healthy life at any age. It is a gift you give yourself each night, a gift that renews you for the dawn of each new day. It is my sincere hope, as we draw this discussion to a close, that these sharings have offered you not only practical tools, but also a renewed sense of optimism and empowerment on your journey towards more peaceful nights. The path to restful sleep is one of self-discovery, of learning to listen to the unique needs of your own body and mind, and of embracing practices that nurture tranquility with patience, with gentle persistence, and with a compassionate understanding of yourself. You absolutely can. Invite the profound gift of restorative slumber back into your life. If these words, these gentle guidances towards reclaiming the serenity of the night, have found a place in your heart, I warmly encourage you to share this video. Perhaps there is someone you know, a family member, a dear friend, a colleague, who is also wrestling with the quiet frustrations of sleeplessness. Your simple act of sharing this information could be a beacon of comfort and a source of practical help for them. And, as always, your own thoughts, your experiences, your questions, shared in the comments below, contribute to our collective understanding and support. I am Dr. Kenji Tanaka. Remember, my friends, the night is not an adversary to be conquered, but a sacred space for rest and renewal, a gentle antechamber to the dawn. Approach it not with anxiety, but with an open heart and a quiet mind, trusting in your body's innate wisdom to find its natural rhythm. May you cultivate a sanctuary of peace within and around you, where sleep can arrive as a soft and welcome guest. May your nights be filled with deep, untroubled slumber, and your dreams be sweet. And may each morning greet you with a spirit refreshed, a body restored, and a heart ready to embrace the new day with serenity and joy. Oyasumi nasai. Good night, and may your rest be profound.